Hello there, and welcome. My name's Rogue. You and I will be playing this game together. This game is called TemTem. It's in early access, as you can see, and it clearly says it's not a finished game. However, it is now an open alpha or beta. I honestly don't know which. All I know is it's open to the public. It's currently $35. Well, $34.99, not including tax. There's a Discord server, there's a Red server, it's great. This right here will help you around. Well, let's get into it. So, to start out, I have already beaten this game. At least where it stands currently, where it is right now. I went from the start to the very end. So first you want to do is go to settings to make sure all this stuff is correct, because you have Spanish, French, Dutch, Japanese, I believe, Chinese, Korean, and back to English. How fast the text appear, fast, instant, slow. Trust me, you want to keep that on normal. Because if you're not careful in the game, you will skip over dialogue that you need to understand. These are one of the few games, or I guess, it has moments where you need to pay attention. And if you think egg opening animations are not that great, or you kind of don't care after seeing it, you can turn it on and off again. Backpack folders. Quest track. Honestly, this doesn't do much for you. It just shows you what you're currently doing or what you have talked to an NPC to do. And it shows you what you've been asked to do on the side. But keep in mind, the more you ask to do, the more it gets pushed down and down until eventually it only shows you the current ones versus the old ones. You have to finish the current ones to see the older ones. You can't scroll through it currently. Tutorials. If you're new to the game, you need this because there's a lot of gimmicks and stuff like that it's new. It's similar to Pokemon, so you have a familiar territory, but the things that are new are gonna catch you off guard. You're gonna be asking, how do I do this? How do I do that? This, I recently learned in a Discord server, is a new game plus. You can start over. You lose everything from what I'm told, but you get to play the game over again. Redefine controls. You can balance certain controls if you play keyboard, mouse and keyboard, or me who uses a controller here. See, has different controls. But I'm gonna have it on Xbox because that's the controller I'm using. Quality. So far, Ultra for me is working at 120, which is pretty good actually. Aspect ratio, there's my monitor currently. You can change it to fit your monitor and or phone and or Switch and or Xbox, however you're playing this. Audio. I turn the music down and keep the sounds up. There's no actual voice lines in the game, which I actually appreciate. But they do make grunts or sounds or like happy noises, various things like that. They give them at least some indication of what they sound like, which is good. Texture quality, so you can change the amount of quality. At least I thought so. Good night. Whoa. Okay. At least for me, it takes a second for it to adjust. So it is in real time changing, but it skips high and goes straight to ultra. Performance stat complete off. Just the FPS, which is all around the corner blending in with all this green. But you can see the counter, and I already have one up here, which I can see contrast with the blue. So for us, I'm gonna take that off, but I'm letting you know it's down here. FPS plus, just the frames, the lag time, and all that stuff. The max and the min. All the stats, the memory required to load all that, blah blah blah, nerd stuff, you know. For us, we're gonna take it off because there's stuff in here that just is covered by it, everything, so I'm just gonna make it easier. Plus I have one right here, and that's all we need. Yes. So, before I start over from scratch, and I mean from scratch, I have nothing, I'm going to show you where I am currently. This is the last area you can currently go to. I know you can hear the music, it's pretty good. So right away, map right here, time of day, which is going to be changed soon, so you can have this day and night, or even midday. Quest tracker right here, but you cannot interact with it, it just won't let you do anything. Emotes. For me, this is mouse 3. Declaration of war. If you do this right, your TemTem should do the same thing you're doing. Yeah, we'll do it some other time. So the more TemTems you get a party of 6, like normal Pokemon, and it shows you right here where they are. But a little bonus that most people don't know, if you play on a mouse and keyboard, you can do this. Swap them around. You can move them around, it's amazing. It's so good. You can switch party members on the fly. Map. So every time you enter a new area, it unlocks the rest of that area for you. It's divided up into sections. So this is your HUD. This has your squad. The Tempedia that shows everything you found. I didn't show you all of them just yet because we're gonna find them out. Your card right here. That's my current name and thing. I'm gonna miss this one. Currently, if you exit out of this, it just goes back to the thing. You have to go through this again. Backpack. Customize your character. So they have dyes, so you can dye it different colors. The thing is, you have to find the dyes for it to work. Emotes, the ones I just showed you. Just the map, but you have a shortcut to that, so it doesn't matter. No notifications, interact. So these are the people who are online right now in my area. This is where they are. So this is actually a co-op kind of game. You can play with others. When you join up with them, you have TemTems of just 3 from each tamer to make it fair. But you can play together. You guys can share TemTems and use them together. Settings, I've already showed you settings, and quit game. So, now that's out of the way. As I said before, are you sure you want to reset your character? So will permanently delete your character and all the TemTems, items, and progress. I'm gonna hit yes. Are you really sure? There's no way back. Yes. This hurts so much. But I'm doing this for you guys. Okay. So, your character creation. So, obviously it's not the best in the world. But the fact that it lets you do anything just tells you a lot. This is better than Pokemon so far. And you can tell there's a slight difference. Female, male, female, male, female, male. Literally just this area, but whatever. I like to play as females because why not? White skin, slightly tanned, my skin, light, just avoid. Not that light. Maybe this is okay. Running, a weird walking, normal, just blitzing. Already acting tough. Normal. Extra girly. No. I like this because it just resonates how I usually do shit. Changing this face because what the fuck? We're a girl, so we gotta look like a girl. This one. Look at all the eyes and stuff you got. Rotate. Can I zoom in? Doesn't match her now I'm gonna go straight to hair because I can't look at that hair color. That hair face. So I ended up going with the first one. It just fits her face. That can work, this can work. No. Maybe. No. Extra laid back. A little devilish. Malicious. Extremely adventurous. Never. So, I'm just gonna keep this one. Eye color. I originally did teal. Because I like the shade color. Teal. Hair color. So it lets you choose two. You can have your character just have straight up blackish hair. Or frosted tips. Cotton candy-ish. Cyan, which... Do something with white. No. Maybe. Sakura, like cherry blossom color. This pink is a very strong maybe. Gray hair. No. This works. Now hairstyles. This is usually the one I stick with, because it just looks perfect. Maybe that's the one we started with, but no. Extra tomboyish. Goth. So this is the one I originally started out with. Very generic, very easy, normal. Let's go extra edgy on this one. She even gets a piercing too with it. What the fuck? Look. No piercing? Piercing. Weirdly. For some reason this one specifically gets an earring. But the other ones don't, which is kind of weird, but I like it. Just... Alright. Moving on. So you actually get some uniforms to start with. Keep in mind that this game actually lets you be naked the entire game. The entire game. Well, there's more story reasons where you have to wear certain uniforms. Like you have to get prison uniform, you have to get like a hood and shit later on. But that's story. Once that's done, you can go back to this if you want to. We're not going to do that. So this is the one I chose on my playthrough, this simple thing. But we're going to go a different route this time around. Do something that complements her current color scheme. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can switch this around. No, I'm not choosing these colors because she's a girl. No, they actually look good on her. Shorts. I mean, I want her to... There we go. This looks pretty good. Teal. Go with her match her eyes. Honestly, almost any color. Like, even Deku Red could work. Yes, I'm calling Deku Red because he wears red shoes. Goes with her hair, goes with her eye, just because... Like I said, any color could probably go with it, but we're gonna choose Deku Red just to contrast everything else we're wearing. And yeah, she's wearing spats because we're a proper girl. Backpack. Adventure type or simple? And it kept the color scheme I used last time too, so. Is she a cyan black person? Or is she a white? Or is she leather and burgundy? You decide. You really don't decide, I actually decide. Yeah, I'll just keep it this color. She, her. So this actually lets you choose a pronoun.
Yeah.
Which one's better? Obviously a she. And keep her name like this because this is the name that I chose.
Oh.
And yet, this is our mother. She doesn't look anything like us. I had this dream. What dream? Morning. Why? My apprentice. Today is my apprentice Eve. That doesn't sound like it. Today is the day I become an apprentice. Tempedia. So this is the thing. So the quintessential device every tamer should have. The Tempedia records crucial info on every TemTem seen and caught. Yours is a present from Ina, however you want to pronounce this. And everyone has a name like that. A name you're just not quite sure how to pronounce. Because it can go one way or the other. Here's your apprentice apprentice present. Oh, Tempedia, just what I wanted. Are we grateful? Are we grateful or appreciative? No, sorry. Grateful or surprised? She's gothic, so grateful. So I figured you'll need a good Tempedia. Thank you. Because we can't bring ourselves to say love. That's all the time I capture and source info about them. Professor Castellanos shows us how to use his. Everyone's waiting for you. I'm free! No, I'm not. So yeah, move around. There is no walking animation. Like, switching the keyboard, it doesn't... There's no walking animation, currently. You're currently at this speed, always. You see what I'm talking about when it comes to these names? Pronounce this, I swear. Balassus? Filamenta?
Oh.
You can call it Aina. All of Xandar. That's your hometown. Xandar. Yes, like the planet. Xandar. Or Zadar. Lila? Lalai? Whatever. I can't pronounce names for shit. Congratulations, Leda. We all know this is a big day for you, but we're also going to miss you. We got you a little What? Oh, we got you a little pocket money for the trip to the academia, which is spelled wrong. It's not much, but we've all chipped in. Well, that's lovely. Thank you very much, my dear neighbors. But Elena, where is your friend Max? Max and me are not friends. Someone calling? Did you know it's my Princess Eve too? Hello, Max. Hey kids, are you ready? Take care of my daughter. Go so fast, one day they're gone. Often, still spelled wrong, academia on my way to the university, which is in Aldry, an island that you cannot get to just yet, as this recording is taking place currently. Can we go with you? No. You're too young. Come with me to university, Max. But, you know, perhaps one day you will persevere. Not how you spell persevere. What about you, Elena? Big plans for the future? Isn't good at handling tin, but that's okay. Don't worry, Elena. You can always stay here and take care of Aina, right? So, I'm gonna tell you right now, Max is the biggest dick you will meet throughout the entire thing. I shit you not. He is the biggest dick. You think he's kind of like an asshole now? Just wait until like we get to the end of this playthrough. He'll be the biggest dick. Max, come with me. Another mistake. Max and Elena, come with me. We'll drop by my lab, grab a couple things, and then we'll be on our way. Just put "and" right here.
Oh.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 40. I don't know why I'm counting. Fuck this. No problem, Clara. Got pendant since early morning. I can't find it. I swear your mom finds out I lost it. I'll never hear the end of it. Was it Anna's? She was borrowing it. Now it's gone. Boy, is she going to be mad at me. Lose it. Lost it then. I'll find it. On the beach. So here's your first quest. This is actually one of your first quests right here. Side quest. Pay attention to this. You'll see this will disappear after this point right here. Once it goes past this point, it'll disappear. You can't see it again. But you know you still have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh.
Wait, what? Are you ready to hand over first TemTem? See those glass jars? These are not glass jars. Each contains a different TemTem from all around the archipelago. Do you have any digital types? This is one of the types that is not in the game currently. As in, you cannot find this naturally anywhere. Max is currently the only one who has one. Or should have one.
Oh. Oh.
Which is true. The tamer makes all the difference. Dude, you already have one. You get two if you do that. See? This guy's very selfish. No, I don't. You have a digital type. It's like one of the ones that have the fewest weaknesses. It has the most strengths, which is really unbalanced.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, so this is the only starter currently that you can actually find in the wild. But as the developers said, you can find each of one of these in the wild eventually. From what I know, this is supposed to be first, this is next, and Smanzi should be the last one.
Oh.
The crystal, strong against electric, mental, but weak against fire and earth. Not to mention fighting. Of Takuma. See? It even tells you where you can find this. The Amethyst Barrens. See?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
Smanzi. A melee type strong against earth, crystal. See, this beats that. Rock, paper, scissors. But weak against mental. This one right here on the side. It won't. I won it in a pub brawl once in Lockburg. That currently doesn't exist, but this is a place, a name that will come up later. 80 days. You want? No.
Oh.
Hauchek. Huchek or Hauchek. Huchek. However you want to pronounce that name. A mental TemTem that is strong against neutral melee. Melee right here. It's not fighting type, it's called melee. Melee. This thing. This beats that. This beats that. The crystal beats this thing. Weak against crystal, as I said before. I brought it from my altimeter in Properton College. It's also a place you will go to eventually, but not Not in the current build as of this recording. No. Teacher's pet. Maybe you should follow the rules more often, Max. See? Dick. Oh, hi. This name, Albury, is also a place you go to eventually. Not now, as of this recording. So, it doesn't matter which one you choose, you'll lose to Max, who you fight right after. Because his digital type is weak against electric. Which, as you can see, none of these have that. My first playthrough, I went with this. Now, if you want it, since you're allowed to catch every starter eventually, I would avoid Crystal if you can, because you'll find this one later down the line. So which narrows our pick to Melee and Future. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Melee and Mental are hard to find in the game. Because there's not a lot of TemTems who have it. There's a lot of TemTems who have the moves Mental or Melee, but the actual type itself, there's not a lot. So choose wisely between these two. Luchik is good early game. However, he kind of falls into obscurity. However, Melee only really has a weakness to mental types, which is not... There's not a lot of mental types. And in my first playthrough, I didn't even bother leveling this guy up to like level required to evolve it. Which, another thing I will get to later on. Just because I can, I'm gonna go with Chicken.
Oh.
Because crystal types are very rare. So, currently these stats are locked in. These are the stats you'll always start with, apparently. This is also your trait you always get with. When attacking a sleep target, you won't wake them up. So if you get one of your opponents to sleep, and Chuchik attacks it, it won't wake up. Female squad. So, Hypnosis, Psywave, and Kick. Its HP is shit right now, but it has good special attack. So it's a glass cannon. It starts at level 5. So with this fight, you will always lose. Alright. So these are grayed out. Why? Because these bars right here indicate how many turns you need for it to like go off. So 2 bars means you have to wait one after turn 1, turn 2 you can use either of these moves. 3 bars you have to wait until turn 3 to use them, and it resets to just 1 bar. One shots, because no matter what you do, you will lose.
Ah.
Some bomb. So potions are basically called bomb.
Ah.
So you get a second TemTem which is not found in the wild, by the way. So then wind type, or flying if you want to say that. Spell Sport. Damage done by multi-target techniques is increased by 25. So if if you're gonna attack the enemy team, not just one, it'll have a boost of 25% more damage. Am I naming any of these? Nope. Now look up much. One of the rarest TemTems I've ever found. Take good care of it. I don't get one of those. You already have your digital type temp max. Because you're a dick. You have literally the most rarest type currently.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay. Now we're in the game. Started. Now. Where now? Boss. Am I gonna go right now? No. I'll have two I follow me. Yep, they follow you around. Hey, it's following me around. Yeah. Love it. Okay. We're staying close against the first route. See that guy wandering around? He's your first adversary. But we're not gonna fight him right away. Because I've already beaten this game, I'm just gonna start wandering in the grass. And level up. Pajaro. One of the few TemTems to have a third form. So you can actually make 2 attempts to catch the exact same TemTem. That counts as your turn. Hover. Damage taken from earth techniques is reduced by 50%. Wind already resists earth techniques. So that's basically 1/4 the damage of any earth attack. One good stat. Leave. Where am I going? Home. Why? Because your mom heals all your TemTems. See? So I'm gonna tell you right now. This game will squeeze you dry of every freaking dollar you have if you're not smart about spending money. So you have to be smart about how you spend your money. Sorry if I hit the mic. I am not running from battles. So early game right now, your only focus is still leveling up, at least to level 8 before moving forward. White means normal moves, neutral moves. Purple, psychic or mental, or you want to call it that now. So you might have noticed a blue line right here. That's stamina. In between battle you recovered a little bit of stamina, but not enough to justify spamming a certain move. Unless they're like super low stamina moves. So yeah, it's basically TemTem. We're gonna be fighting a lot. At least early game, it gets much easier later on the line. So yeah, you can basically just spam hack and kick the entire game. Speaking of which, I'm gonna put this as my front move. Yes, you can just swap them around, see? Hypnosis on the second one. Oh, while I'm at it. So if your TemTem learns its 4 moves that you decide to keep as a selected move, all the other moves that you either get rid of or decide wasn't a good use are right here. So at any time you want to switch a move out for a different one, you absolutely can. So your TemTems know all their moves simultaneously, but can only use 4 at once. Which is actually a really good feature that I really love about this. Also, breeding has been balanced pretty good. Pokemon, it didn't matter as long as they were in the same egg group, compatible, whatever. You could just endlessly breed one Pokemon and just make it a slap. But in TemTem, there's a limited number of times you can breed a certain TemTem. So this right here indicates the fertility. This is lit up completely, so this one can breed quite a few times before it just can't anymore. This leaf will disappear, this leaf will disappear, that blah blah blah. And after this leaf gone and the stem darkens, that means it can no longer breed. It is sterile. It can never have any more kids after that. So yeah. That's to consider. See? It already has one leaf darkened out. Some TemTems will have more leaves darkened out depending on how many good stats they have to make it more balanced. So early game, don't waste any of your bombs. Just go straight here. Kill from your mom. How she heals them, I have no fucking clue, but whatever. Test my skills against Pepe the... Fine, someone who tests my skills against Pepe the Fishmonger. Pepe the Beast Tamer. To the officially the apprentice. Okay, let's fight. Shouldn't you be helping from there? Zounds. Okay. Wind, wind. So, I hate this thing so much. It has a bullshit ability. So, I use hit kick on that one, but since it's no longer there, it just switches to the other one. However, the thing to note is, if both of them attack, but your one TemTem took both of them out at the same time with whatever reason, the other one will lose its stamina because you try to do something but nothing was there to take the damage, so you just lose stamina. But that only happens if there's another TemTem to come out when there's currently none available. New move. Actually, didn't even lose that much health, actually. I don't know how they catch this. This thing is currently not in the game. Unless it was patched in and I just don't know about it. These two are gonna fight me, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm fairly quiet. I know. Because it's just grinding, basically. That's all we're doing. We're just grinding. So, if you don't like this, I'm probably gonna make probably a little timestamp in the bottom of this somewhere, noting where the grinding stops, so you can just skip to more informational stuff. Going to heal.
Oh.
You can tell this guy is in an intro sequence because all the people are staying right here and right here. He's gonna eventually move to go this way. Not to mention he doesn't have a TemTem following him right now. So either he restarted like me, or he's genuinely starting a new game. This you can carry around, but this thing sucks to go against. So annoying. So yeah, this is TemTem, as I said before. Gonna be grinding for quite a bit. But you kinda need to grind to get better. To understand the combat, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I'm not moving on until I'm level 8 with all TemTems, or a little above that. It's gonna take a bit. So either I cut this from the video, or I just put a timestamp at the bottom so you can just skip ahead until when I'm done. Is Pajaro doing more damage? Y is faster, but is Pajaro doing more damage? He shouldn't, considering all his stats are worse. 21 strength, 22 strength. Actually, Pajaro is stronger, just by level. Didn't know that. Either I have not been paying attention to Pajaro's moveset, or I'm genuinely stupid. Probably both, but I didn't know it knew hypnosis. Correction, I didn't know it could learn hypnosis. I guess when I caught mine, I just didn't have it, or I just didn't pay attention to its movesets. Satoru does not have an evolved form, therefore it just stays how it is now. Annoying. So there's the way it balances itself, see? Increase experience. Increasing experience. Decreasing experience, whatever. So they force you to move farther into higher level areas to level up. Because if you're over leveled, it will slow down how much leveling you can do. So it forces you to move into higher level areas. Right, before I continue, I should let you know one thing about leveling. So if TemTems have evolutions, like Pajaro here, Huluchik, these two evolve by leveling. So after you've leveled these two up a certain number of times, they will evolve. So if you hatch this from an egg, from level 1, that means the one that levels up from level 1 will evolve earlier than the one you caught it at. If I remember correctly, Pajaro needs you to, I think, raise its level of 17 to 18 times, and it caught it at level 2. So around level 20 to 21, or even 19, it will evolve. Luchik, however, needs you to evolve it 39 times. Not 39. 29 times, and you caught it at level 5. Chawai is a pneumatic TemTem, meaning it will only evolve in a special area or place. Currently, in this current build, Chawai can only evolve from one place, which is in the last island that you can currently go to. How you gonna do it? We'll see eventually, because that'll be too much spoiling. Moving on. So we're gonna take this battle here. So Tector, if you're looking for a tank-ish type of TemTem with support moves, Tector is a pretty good pick for an early level game. But later down the line, he's just so useless. Mental is twice effective against normal and fighting. So she's basically telling you can run down these edges that look like this. Like that. See? Let's fight. Guys, I cannot express how much I hate these things so much. When it shows its ability that it has, the trait, I'll show. I'll explain. Oops. Bamboozle. Bamboozle means whoever attacks this, next thing to attack this, the attack won't go through. It just won't happen. But the attack after that will go through. So you have to double team it one at a time. That's the bamboozle. Now it goes through. See? So I was watching a stream where it says bamboozle means the TemTem cannot be hit this turn. That's incorrect. Any attack the next attack to attack that TemTem or bamboozle was applied to will be cancelled out. So you can prevent, I would say, a move that you know a TemTem that's maybe more effective against this TemTem. To save it, to make sure its attack goes through. But you can only save it from one attack, not two. 25% of your health. That's pretty good. So you won't want to save those. Jump down, go through the grass, heal. I have no idea how long this recording is going to be, but wow. Since we defeated these two, we can now go this way. But we're gonna go around right here. A revive. These are actually expensive. These cost $500. You get one early game. You can sell it for $350. Honestly, you're better off just saving it and not using it. At least for now. Trying to get my Pajaro to level 6. Why, you ask? Because it will make it almost triple the levels that are currently in the grass. New area. Alright. This thing is really good to have in your team. I cannot express how important this actual TemTem is. It turns into a very good tank. Special or not, it is a very good tank. And unless you have one of its two weaknesses that it has, this thing is just too fucking good to not pass up. It's really good. Because of that, I'm gonna catch it. Or I could kill it. Or I could kill it. I could do that. And I didn't mean to put hypnosis. So the thing about sleep, it's very underpowered currently because any damage you take wakes you up. And I do mean any damage. Huchik, as I believe, should be the only TemTem currently that can attack sleeping TemTems without waking them up. I don't know what's supposed to be here, but whatever. See, they were level 2 and now they're level 3, see? So you might think these stats effects look like they do nothing. Actually, they do a lot. You know how much one stage is? 50%. 2 stages, 100. 3 stages, 150. 4 stages, 200%. And 5th, or 5 stages. That is 250% less. Or more, depending on what it is. Meaning, your attack can be almost 3 times more effective if used correctly. For instance, if your attack does 10 flat, so how much is 50%? That's 5 of its damage. 100%, it's almost 0. Also, the music's great. You see this little shit right here? These little shits, their evolved form at least, are annoying to deal with. They will be the bane of your existence sometimes. Especially in boss battles or gym leader battles. They're so annoying to deal with. You. I'm gonna go heal.
Oh.
Mm. Moving this to a second spot to make it easier. So this you can't climb, at least not in the current game. You guys don't know what time it is. For me, it's like 2 a.m. right now. Where? I'll never tell. Kaku, this is exactly where I was looking for. So I'm gonna hit it once to see how much damage it takes. See that? That's kind of why I want this thing. Okay, that's what I want you to do. Why is the first one I catch have such shit stats? Why? That's RNG for you folks. Sometimes you find and catch something you want and it just has absolutely shit stats to work with. Wrong house.
Oh.
So what does this thing... Hold up. This thing only knows toxic spore. Currently. If I find a Kaku, I'm gonna catch it. Because I don't want this one. Speak of the devil! It's a level 2, so I think... Half damage, not bad. Doesn't hurt me. But do you have it? You don't have it. Caffeinated. Prevents the sleep status. How are these stats moderately better? Game? Okay, whatever. Right, you can't. I'm Sarah. I'm Laura. Sarah. I love this bit because throughout the entire thing you're just gonna have twins like this that will confuse themselves with each other without you doing much. You can play along and just make it hilarious. Famu is a water type. So limb parted. those things are so annoying. Water TemTems that you cannot find or get currently where you're at. So I'm gonna tell her to rest. Switch. That's... I probably should have been streaming this. Ooh. And dead. I have to go back and heal because all my TemTems are low. Or at least 3 of them are. Fuck. I'm gonna kick your ass. Dead. Moving on.
Oh.
Is there repels in this game? There are, but they're called scents. When I get some, I'll show you what they are. Yes, this is my other chance to get more. Are you immune? You are immune. Okay, you're in the red. Just perfectly in the red. Why am I catching so many? So, SVs make a huge difference in this game. If you don't have a TemTem that has at least 2 to 3 good stats, it makes a huge difference in the squad. Who's carry plenty of bomb? That's your subtle way of telling you you will die in this game very easily, or team wipe if you don't have enough items to prepare. Believe it or not, Pajaro is actually good against these guys. Kalazu is water poison, by the way. Or, in the game, water toxic. Nimble makes you faster. So, Kaku, as I said before, this Pokemon right here is really good because it's a very tanky type. It is. Early game, it's just really bad. It's like Caterpie and Metapod early game. If you're willing to put in the effort to make them better, it's more than worth it. Trust me, it really is. Forgot what the name of this thing is. However, these things right here, the NPVs of this game, it's electric air or electric wind or whatever you want to say. It is really good. It's quad weak against Crystal. However, Crystal is like at the very end of the game. It's like a very specific island too. This will be the main type here. I'm gonna put this away too. So these are the only types I really need. Bye. So scents. Eau de Pastem. Sweet lavender notes with a warm blanket of black peppercorn heart. For some reason, TemTems don't like it. Reduced untamed encounters for a while. Does this follow the same leveling system as before? If you have a low level TemTem, it will show up. All encounters above that level will show up. Wrong. It will not happen. When it means encounters, it means random encounters only. So you will still get encounters every now and again, but they're very few in between. So there's another one that's called a super set, which is more powerful and lasts longer. These will start away most lower level and leave it mostly the higher levels to you. So if you're trying to find a challenge, have the super set, which you can only get at the, I believe, the last island that's currently available, which would be the third island, mind you. Tem cards are only 15, I have 500. That's a lot. Bomb, 80. It's not a lot. They restore 25 HP, which seems not like a lot, but trust me, this becomes like barely a fifth to like an eighth of some TemTem's health if they're tanky. So I'm gonna buy 2 more to make it an even 10. I buy a bunch of these shits. Barely 105. 10 more. So I can buy 6 and still have half. As you explore more areas, it unlocks more and more of the map. So when I pass this gate to get into this spot, the area that I just walked into will unlock as you go. This is currently how big it is. A lot. Please imagine. Give me a 10 for them. Okay, so here's your TemTems. This stores it. So for me, I'm using Xbox controller, so these you can have multiple teams. You can have 4 separate teams. See? 10 boxes are available to you. And I don't know why 4. Went straight to 4. Put these here, at least. Yes. Since I know the game, I don't intend to keep a lot of TemTems there. At least not bad ones. Good ones only. So this guy is basically telling you about the importance of stamina and watching it. Because if you don't have enough stamina to enact the move, it's not that the move won't go through, the move will go through, but as a consequence to your TemTem's health. So if you only have like, let's say 5 stamina and the move you want to use cost 20, it's going to cost 15 damage to your TemTem minus the 5 stamina you require, the 5 stamina you have. So you have to be smart about what you intend to use. So Skull right here is a really good TemTem early game. It's normal type now, but once it evolves into normal fighting, which is really good. It's only quite weak against mental types, which is actually very rare to get. There's some TemTems who have it. So I'm going to demonstrate something. Toxic Spores. It should reset the counter. No, it won't. You gotta wait for the counter to go down first. It's 8 zeros and it's not poison anymore, you can do it again. I like this system because it takes away the Pokemon's gimmick where you how I say this, poison to hell and back. So Genki, Electric Wind, is double effect, twice effective against wind and mental type. Why am I switching them out? Because I currently don't want to wait a turn because those get damaged if I don't. This is a game you cannot Nuzlocke. It's impossible to Nuzlocke it. Genki right now is not very strong because he only knows status moves, but he can't really attack at the moment. So he resists wind. He 4 times resists wind, so don't use that. I just need to tap him. And they're done. Feather Gatlin. Strong move, but it takes a lot of stamina to get. We'll use. Nesla, right there, that Loch Ness monster looking thing, is electric water, which is actually a pretty strong TemTem. But it's weak to crystal and poison. Plant as well, which poison, there's only like 3-4 types TemTems that have that. Crystal, there's a lot of crystal TemTems, my gosh. And nature. Nature is a lot. There's a lot of them, but she's strong. So Hocus Pocus right there. This guy has a Hocus, so don't fight him. At least not right now. Go around. That guy will fight you. You're smart, you can get around this. See? You never have to fight nobody. Work in progress. See? Because this thing, you cannot. This is actually the way it's supposed to look right here. Either restores stamina. You want to skip trainers? You can do that, but I don't recommend it. You actually should be fighting them. Because trainer TemTems give off a lot more XP, which is what you need to evolve and get stronger. I don't have a choice. Nimble. Movesets are learned at certain levels, so that is the same. I will say that, it is the same like that. Because you can find more TemTems later on. I'm gonna keep fighting until my Kaku is level 7 or 8. Got the Gatlin, it's pretty good. That move is actually the MPV early game, because it's one of the only poison moves some people only know. Shy Shield, as you can see, just ups defense. Toxic Forge, a 3-turn poison move. Some people are not affected by it. Takes 1/8 of your health every turn. Dead. Level 7. I would have music, but honestly I feel like we should just be listening to the game music. Also, this game has no crits, so no bullshit moves that can get crits. Those don't exist here. Which I honestly like a lot. No things you have to worry about one-shotting your TemTems just because they get a crit. It's pretty fair. That's fine. That's close enough for me. I'm just gonna Hilo and move on. What am I waiting for? Simple. To the next area. Simple. Like I said, I've been in this game before, so I know I don't need to prepare it as much as I think I do. There we go. Wait, can we... let's fight now. Can we... No, fight. No, fight. These two literally cannot do anything. Actually, at level 5, they might be able to do some. Let's just do one. I think all they can do is buff each other. Genki doesn't learn DC beam until like level 8 or 7. Why didn't you finish that out, Genki? The poison will do its job. Okay. Poison did its job. Finally! I didn't even use my aces either. I actually used my weaker ones and I still won that battle without turning them out in. I think I have Kaku follow me instead because he's just so damn cute. Wait. Hold on. Because he's so damn cute. Yeah, I did check if he was a Goro guy. I just don't remember. Listen, my first one was a female, okay? Which is why I have to be careful to make sure I call it the right one. Double its level. Gosh, you're picking on him. Or you could just kill it. Never mind, I guess. I'm sorry if I don't, like, add the most exhilarating commentary ever. It's just that I don't have a lot to talk about. Like, since I've already played this game, I can't give you like my reaction. Oh my god! I can't do that because I've already played the game. And I don't feel like pretending to have a reaction when I really shouldn't have one since I've already played the game. All I can do is just point out things that I went through and didn't know. Like, my mistake going through this level was over-leveling my TemTems. Like, no joke, they were over-leveled. You wanna know what level I killed this guy at? 15. All my TemTems were level 15. You would not believe how much grinding I did to get to this point. Like, these TemTems are barely level 4 to 5. Like, you really don't need to level them up that much, you just don't need to be stupid about it. This guy's gonna have a level... you look like a TemTem, you know, TemTems, do you know which TemTems are effective against, or weak against specific types? Of course I know. Water is weak, is against fires, against nature, and so on. Enough there. Time to rumble. Yes, the rules of the only problem is fire is not available until the second island in Onicia. Plant is all over the place, but I don't have a plant move learned. At least not at the moment. This thing is actually weak against poison moves. Oddly enough. Neutral to wind. Neutral, but it is... Priant is actually a tank. But he's pure water, so it's not that much of a tank. 1632, that took half its health. If it hits me again, then I'm gonna die. But these are my lower leveled ones. So I'm gonna switch to my slightly higher, more level. My higher leveled TemTems. Kick him. Auto are leveling up. He leveled up that fast. He's already level 2. Sorry, he already evolved to his second stage. Anything over here of importance? Oh yeah, you can talk to them. See? But they don't say much, they just say their call or sounds. See those things in the water? Those are pukey. I shit you not, they're called pukey. They're actually adorable. They look weird, but they're adorable. They're like baby sharks in a way, or at least. Though they're really oddly shaped. I don't know how to describe them. This guy in front of us only has 2, and I'm guessing it's his starter and Tawai, which you absolutely can get through this entire level area with just those 2, but it's gonna be hard. Because I've already played this game, I know which 4 to have. Alright, I have this guy here, and I have this guy. Which, actually, you don't really need Pahuro, but if you look... Sorry. Paharak. He doesn't have the greatest stats, but if you look at his stats, actually... Decent strength and decent defense. Compared to everyone else's. Tawai has good strength and attack, but his defense isn't the best, and his defenses are pretty bad. Now Kaku, however, has pretty decent, but he's slow, which is the main drawback about this particular evolutionary line species. They're slow naturally. Now, Huchek, he's a level 8 compared to everyone else. However, he has the lowest amount of health. He has the lowest attack and defense. However, he's a lot stronger when it comes to special attack and special defense. And speed, especially speed. So mental type tend to be the faster. So if I were to say which types tend to be faster, it would be wind, electric, mental, then fighting. They should be one of the faster ones, normally. Water is pretty moderate, it's pretty hit or miss. Huchik is falling behind, so I'm going to put him forward next to Kaku. Yeah, we're actually really close to the next area. Come on, can we play now? Mother, daughter. You can tell by the body language. Come on, Mom, let's see if we can defeat Alita. It's the daughter. Because on the side view, they look like they're the same height, but they're not. See, this is what I'm striving for right now. This is the evolved form of that. Though I don't know how they got it to level 7, because these things take 20 plus levels to evolve. It's insane. Like, this thing had to be like level 19 or 20 for me to evolve into that. But this is plant air. Plant wind. Nature wind, whatever. Nature wind is super strong. It's weak against poison. Neutral to crystal, which wind is actually weak against crystal, but the nature type actually makes it neutral. Half health, like that. Toxic Spore, I'm immune to it. Toxic Spore, I am not immune to that. Half health. Dead. Though I don't like the sound it makes. But, look at his dopey face. How mad can you be at this thing? It's like a bee. It's so fat. It's so fat. How can its tiny itty bitty wings carry it? And if you look at this thing, it just its petals just carry it. It's super strong. See the difference. Same hair color, same color. I think their hair colors are different. I mean, their eye colors are different. But I don't remember. We'll see. Nobody's low, but now everyone's pretty much caught up. I'm gonna have him pull back a little bit. So I have these two in front to level up more. So Huchik won't evolve until like 30. Not 30. 39, almost level 40, to his second form. Wait a minute, no. Fight. Let's fight. So yeah, just like Pokemon, evolved forms give out a lot more XP than their first forms. So it's good to focus them first. But you also have to consider that you're being double teamed at the same time. Hawaii is my strongest currently. So he resists it. However, it is one of our stronger moves. So we're just gonna have to power through. Not a lot of damage. Hypnosis, who's not going to be used on. Tawai, that's fine. Tawai is only there to resist its wind attacks. And that's it. Because it's asleep, I'm just gonna let it go like that. Windblade. Doesn't kill. Is it gonna kill itself? So I think it's one of the few instances where I would use a bomb here. So you'll see how much XP it'll give in just a moment. 424. That's a ball form. So let's revive Fuchi. God, it's so cute. Oh, I want them to make plushies of those things. They're just so cute. Boop. So you would think stages of like lower stages, stat decreasers or increasers won't do much. They do a lot. It could be the difference between like a move one-shotting you or maybe taking 3/4 your health instead. And it's gonna make me battle Max again, and I don't want to do that. Retreat. So yeah, Max is kind of an asshole. Now and forever. Because Max is just being a dick early on, but later on he just goes full on criminal on you. Healed. Skipping that. Everyone's 11 or 10, which is a good level to be at. Like, your TemTem should be at level 10 by the time you get to this point. Oop. I don't know what I'm doing down here. Oop. Oop. Oops. I hate boats. You should meet my sister. She's Miss Bodie McBoatfaced. I'm the only one in the family who's serious about TemTem training, but I can see you're my kind of person. You wanna fight? Many keels in 5 minutes. Chihara? Guess she's taking care of the family business. You know, killing demons, saving people, family business. I've been a shipwright forever, I guess. The most boring life you can imagine. I mean, you create something and helps people get around. In a way, you help connect people throughout the world. If you want to catch the airship, I have to rush to Arisola right now. Otherwise, I'll have to wait for the narwhal. And I hear it needs extensive repairs. Don't worry, Prof. And go, my friend. I'll take care of the kids. Thank you so much. I owe you one. Drinks on me next time you come to Aubrey. Got you right on time. See, she called me the stronger disciple. So we're apart. My airship sails in an hour. I have to rush. I leave you to the capable hands of Sophia. Here was a flight. Rock's weird. Friends. By the way, I'm 100% sure those two fucked at one point, but whatever. Luciviniers? Louis Souvenirs. I'm just gonna call it Louis Souvenirs. Louis's Souvenirs. Whatever. It stocks all kinds of knickknacks for tourists. A good place to get your first TemTem files. No friends should go without one. Go save up and get one as soon as you can afford it. Okay, this way now. She walks like me, normal. But Max also walks like us. There's the lake. Train my water TemTems. This is the academy. One day, Max, when you're ready. For now, the apprentices come here to learn the basics. Once you are properly trained, you might join my dojo in Arisola. No buts. But this way to the Temporium. Before I read this is a Luma. They're basically the shinies of this game. The alternate color scheme for the TemTems. They glow like this because they have 3 perfect stats, which is 50 of their SVs that you cannot improve unless you have special items to do so. Continue with the story. So these are local Temporium, one of these in every major town. It's where we tamers come to heal our TemTems and buy TemTem related things. They have all you ever need and more, and it's always a good idea to pay them if it's as soon as you arrive in a new town, okay? Another note, if you drop by one of those things, it automatically becomes your last checkpoint, so if you die or wipe out, you teleport to the nearest one or the last one you went to. The last thing, cliffs on the road to Arisola can be dangerous, go without an adult. I skipped him because I don't want to talk about him. The docks are that way. Spend an hour just sitting there and feeding water and watch Punsun turn the Solaro River gold in a fire and pastel paints. That's Brical de Mar. Brical de Mar. I hope you make lots of friends and enjoy your stay. If you're in Solo, drop by the dojo and say hi, okay? Very well then. Have a great day. I bet I can blaze through Academy faster than you, like she said. He's such an ass. Luma's, based on the wiki, it currently says that you have a 1 in 16,000th of a chance in fighting one in the wild naturally. When eggs become a thing, however, you also have a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting a Luma. And once you do, that chance changes to 1 in 600. And once you breed 2 Lumas together, it turns 1 in 60. So you can basically breed a Luma with almost anything, and it'll give you more Lumas. But please know how I said earlier that you can only breed so many times, so you have to be careful who you breed with. I don't need a revive, I don't need an antidote, I don't need balm. So I'm keeping a lot of my shit under wraps at the moment. Try not to spend too much. 4 cents. Down here, you can do certain things. For instance, this. Talk to him. What's the matter? Can't open your locker? Exactly, I forgot my locker. Again. Slips from my mind. Doom. I need my books. And what's sandwich? Any clues? Give you some paper and a number on it. No idea. I can give you another copy at the desk. Okay, I'll take care of it. You're a friend. Can I help you with? Helping just got his combination again. Well, I can't give you a copy because we don't have one. We have to comply with the Riverian Fellowship data protection policies, you see. Maybe he can find the paper. He must have left it somewhere. Okay, I'll ask him. Good luck. Basically nodding that this guy's an idiot. Joseph. It's about that. I can't get a copy of it because it's not, I can't do that. They won't allow me to. Could be at the Temporum. Go there. Okay. Do not ask this one. Do not ask this guy. Ask these people on the side. I'm looking for a piece of paper. Yes. I don't know. Figures. We lost it again. Please. Change. Not joking. Here you are. Thanks. See? No problem. See? Easy peasy. It's one of the simpler side quests you can do. I'm doing it now so people can just find it right away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try. Open it. There we go. Sandwich, bib. Paper. You got 2 apples. It heals 25% of your health. Well, you know what I mean. TemTem's health. Oop. So we talk with her. Can I help you with anything? You help me? Actually, there's something you can do for me. See? You know, Yusuf and Roger are classmates of yours. Yes. They're just 2 kids. Don't read too much into it. They're nowhere to be found. They're missing class like you, but immediately I'm starting to get a bit concerned. You can see if you can find them. Okay, I'll find them. Not to want to involve Carlos and make it official. The academy has a reputation to protect. Best marks. Okay. Just basically telling you if you find them on your own, you get rewarded. But see, each of these can tell you stuff like that. Just like TemTem, techniques are categorized by element. However, techniques have additional categories: physical, special, or status. So this is telling you the different types. It's basically Pokemon. Status techniques don't inflict damage, but they cause certain conditions and alter the affected TemTem stats. On the other hand, physical and special are offensive techniques, so the damage they do depend on an attack and defense stat, or special attack / defense of the TemTem. Also have a stamina cost. It depletes the TemTem stat when used. A hold value requires the TemTem to activate a certain number of turns before the technique can be used. The lines I was talking about before. Priority determines the order in which the technique will resolve in battle. Speed does play a part, however the priority also plays a part, much like Pokemon. The TemTem with the higher speed usually goes first, but the technique priority can change that order, what I just said. One thing to keep in mind, a TemTem performs a technique that matches its type will gain a damage group, or what's called stab. So, also, a thing that most people don't know, at this one, would be right here. You look in the trash cans in the schools, you actually get bonus items. I'm not trying to talk to you. Also, on their desk, it tells you more things about TemTem. Statuses are conditions that affect TemTem certain bad. There are 14 different status conditions. Cold and frozen are 2, not 1. A TemTem that gets cold twice will become frozen. While frozen, the TemTem won't be able to attack, so you cannot move. But they can still attack you. Asleep, TemTems, well, it speaks for itself. You're slept. You can't do anything. So if you're a slower TemTem, sleeping is a nightmare. Sorry, if you use a slower TemTem, like their speed is pretty low, and the enemy sleeps you, you're fucked. Because that means if you have a move planned, you just don't do the move. You can't. And you used up the stamina to do it too. Which is bad. Trapped, which doesn't come back later, like only a few TemTems have that ability to trap something. So if it's weak against something and you have a trap on you, your TemTem's stuck there until the trap goes away. Much like the poison, the number next to it tells you how many turns until the trap status goes away. And much like the other ones, you cannot stack this effect. That makes it broken and just makes it like Pokemon. Doom. When the turn counter reaches 0, the TemTem is knocked out. Perish Song. So there is currently, I think, 2 TemTems that know this. I don't know the other one, but I know one of them. One of them is called Sparzy. Sparzy is an asshole. He's the biggest bag of dicks. I hate this TemTem so much. It's pure electric, so it's weak against crystal TemTems. However, this song, Perish, it's I can't even speak in the words right because I hate this thing so much. Sparzy has a move that kills your TemTems in 5 turns, I believe? 5 to 3 turns, I don't remember which. So if it's a TemTem you're relying to win the whole battle with, I would have a special charm on it if you just want to protect that one specifically to make sure it stays in the fight. It doesn't protect it against anything else besides this status effect. Seized. The TemTem will lose the item effect it's carrying and won't be able to use it while it's seized. This one is not enough in the game currently as recording. Poison. You've already seen poison. It takes 1/8 of the maximum health point each turn. So if you have poison that has 3 turns, you lost 3/8 of its health. Burned. 16. That's half the health of poison. However, attack and special attacks are reduced by 30%. So hurt it and make it slightly weaker. Exhausted. Mental types excel at getting this status effect on other TemTems. Stamina cost 50% more. So if you have a status effect, a TemTem that's exhausted, which the number next to it means how long it's exhausted for, not the level of exhaustion. Not going to increase to 100% more exhaustion. We're making everything cost double. No. That's broken. No. So for instance, a move costs 20 stamina. And it's exhausted, which means 50% of that is 10 stamina. So the move, despite saying 20, will actually cost you 30 to use. And most TemTems early on won't have 30. They only have like 20 to 25 stamina points, meaning it will hurt itself because it's overexhausted. And because of that, it will not be able to make another move. It will be forced to rest because of that. If you use that correctly, you can make a TemTem not take a turn and be forced to rest early if you know how to use it correctly. Invigorated. Stamina cost decreased by 50. I think Smanzy, or Smanzy, whatever it's called, the melee type starter that you can start with, if you choose it, has an ability that does that. It lets you do that. It makes stamina costs 50% less, which is why mental types counter it. So if it costs 20, it now only costs 10. That's what not mental, melee types excel at. You're able to throw these lower cost moves out in rapid succession because of that condition. Well, only a few TemTems have that. I think Schmazzy is the only one who has that currently. Immune. The TemTem is immune to new status conditions. This is both a trait and ability. Regenerating, only a few nature TemTems have this. Heals a tenth of its maximum HP each turn. Isolate. Synergies won't work with the isolated TemTem. So, if you have a combo, and I haven't demonstrated the synergy moves in the game just yet, so there's certain moves, if you use this move with ally that has this type, it will have an added effect. For instance, I know there's a water move. If it's used with a poison type, the water move will have a poison effect at the end of it, both causing water damage and a poison after effect for 3 to 4 turns. I can't remember which. So that is actually good against that. However, isolated is not a thing just yet. Neutralize. TemTem strength and weaknesses don't apply. So neutralize is probably something that's going to come later on, obviously, if it's not in the game now. This will help counteract 4 times weakness and 2 times weak against. So pay attention to certain TemTems that have this ability to do so. Neutralized. TemTem can have up to 2 active status conditions at a time. When a new condition is applied, the oldest active one is removed. So if poison was activated first, then frozen, and you want to apply sleep, poison will be removed despite still having some turns left. All status conditions are non-volatile. That means statuses cannot be removed by swapping TemTems. They will remain even when you exit combat. So yeah, you'll be poisoned out of combat, your TemTems will be asleep out of combat, your TemTems will be doomed out of combat. So that's how all that works. There's a lot of knowledge. Moving on. Want to talk about this? Not yet. Ash Ketchum. Smoke Bomb. This Sipanki, I'm not gonna call it that. Sipanki or Sipanki? Sipanki. I'm bad with names, okay? The best loved Simpanki firework. A puff of smoke that allows you to get back to the Temporium and safe places visited last. This is basically the escape rope from Pokemon. It just makes a lot more sense and looks cooler when used. You get one of those. Yeah, you can sit down in this game. Hell yeah, he knows what he's up. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. So yeah, I'm checking these trash cans. So some of these, you get these really early on. You don't get these until like the second island, actually. No. You get this in the last area, which is Arisola. The one in Arisola and the mini Temporium beyond that. You get these bomb pluses, which heals for 70 HP. This is useful for TemTem star level 20 and above. And later on, it's going to be... What's your name? Perspective, you can see... Page 6. Okay. This guy's also reading it too. Yes, catch, I'm gonna go on an adventure. Mastering TemTem statistics. Each TemTem species is defined by 7 stats. 7, not 6. 7. HP. Speed, how fast the TemTem is. Attacks, special attack. Defense, special defense. Stamina. Stamina is different now. Stamina is the 7th stat, by the way. Determines how many techniques a TemTem can perform during a battle. So yeah, the more stamina you have, the longer... Sorry, not longer. The more moves you can use. The value of these statistics is determined 2 factors. The base value in which this TemTem starts with, specific SVs and the TVs of particular TemTems. SVs, single values unique to each TemTems, are from 1 to 50. SVs are assigned at birth and cannot be modified. So yeah, that's what I've been saying. So you have to breed, that's where breeding comes in. You can breed better SVs into other TemTems. But I'll explain breeding a lot more later on. TVs, training values on your right hand, are acquired by fighting other TemTems. So yeah, so I think it was IVs and whatever. Each statistic can have TVs between 0 and 500. Each individual TemTem can only learn up to 1,000. Meaning you can max out only 2 TVs. 2 TVs in a certain TemTem. Since you have 7 of them, you can only give out, I believe, let's see, 120-ish SV TVs each one. So yeah. Is there any more in this one? Nope. Trash can back here? Nope. Did I get a trash can out here? Nope. So yeah, you should be checking trash cans. At least in the school. I haven't checked anywhere else as of late, honestly. Here. Khaki. Old people. Oh, right, I should probably have him in front now. Here. Wait a minute. Why would you think so? Yeah, this lady doesn't really do much. She just tells you this is not the right place. So if you don't know, the town right here. Also, Lucifer's has a sign. This sign right here. See? This you don't get until the second island. Let's see, actually. Remember, apprentice, incredible. Anyway, what can I do for you? Looking for something in particular? This. Sure, I still have one. Let me check. Here it is. No serious TemTem can go without it. Temsense. Temensence. I think I pronounced that. Temensence. It's a potent stuff that comes in tiny vials. One dose is enough to heal your whole squad. So I think it's basically a full restore revive in one for all TemTems. The catch is you can't do it in battle. Tree says, how do I prove that? So the condition is for him to give it to you for free is, well, you have to give him something you caught on the way here. because I caught at least 2. Because I know he asks for 1. But I know 2 of these 2 you need to survive to a certain point. Oh, right, surfboard. So the surfboard you only get from Sophia, and you have to beat her in a TemTem battle to get it. That's pretty much it. There's not much to do. You can sit down, but since you can't move the camera around, not much. So, what's left to do? Simple. Move on. So if you don't have the Temensence that we just got from, that place, she or he, whoever, will stop you, saying that you cannot proceed forward without it. So that's pretty much simple. It's basically telling you, hey, you have to have at least 3 TemTems at this point before proceeding forward. And yes, you can beat this with just 2, however, it won't let you without 3. At least 3. So far, how do you guys like TemTem so far? This guy will be the NPV for your party, I swear. Do that. Heck. And the red, perfect. I need to catch him. Her. I need to catch her. So you can actually employ 2 attempts to catch every round. Scavenger is one of the best abilities. Restores 20% of max EP if another TemTem is knocked out. Now pay attention to that wording there. Restores 20% of max HP if another TemTem is knocked out. It does not say enemy TemTem. It does not say allied TemTem. It says another TemTem. Meaning you can have this in a squad of level 1s and 2s in your party, and this thing would be like level 13. If those other TemTems die, his scavenger will still reap the benefits, and you get 20% max health. So this thing could be unkillable if you're smart about it. But Scale is actually a powerhouse. So look, it's not the fastest. Or at least not. Well, I can't really demonstrate because it's so low below right now, but you'll see in a moment. I have to add this to my team because, my gosh. And you still get XP for catching, which is a good thing. Gonna go heal my new teammate. So, right now, you know how there's an XP share in Pokemon, right? So, there's also one in TemTem, which is called a Coward's Cloak. That TemTem will get partial whatever, whenever. Partial XP whenever, whatever battle is fought. But for now, you have to put your weakest up front in order to get any XP. So I think that's gonna cut it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed TemTem. But it is getting rather late for me, almost 3 AM for me. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys will enjoy this. And heck, if I get 20 likes, I might as well keep going. Who am I kidding? I'm still gonna make more of these whether I get likes or not. Who knows? But yeah. Till the next time, I'll see you around. Till we meet again. And in case I don't see you, good morning, good night, good afternoon, good night. That's so stupid. I'll eventually have an outro, intro, whatever. And like I said, I'll see you guys later on. Bye.